Peace, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel, Ram's World, with your queen, Ra Marie. And you guys, it been a minute, and I'm just on here just to give you more intellect on the things that we suffer from on an everyday basis as women and as mothers, and just overall things that we just been through. And I just wanted to come on here and just speak on like certain situations that I've been through and different traumas that played from my experiences and the things that I did to overcome them. So yeah, so it was just like different story times and I just wanted to share with you guys. So today's story is going to be basically how I grew up. So on the first portion of my life, so the beginning of my life, you guys, I was living with my mom from the ages of newborn to 8. And you guys, the things I experienced is different. So up, my mom, she always been a hustler, straight here from Detroit. She always been a hustler, had a hustler mentality. She really never worked a 9 to 5 per se. So she always got fast money, you know what I'm saying? And she had lots of it, and I'm not lying, tons of money, you guys. So the type of things that she did was she was a stripper at one point in her life, and she was a madam at one point in her life. And that means she had different women. So she was like a pimp. So she had like different women who collected her cash and they gave it to her. Real shit. These are the things that I've seen. And she also had different like sex parties. So I was a part of a lot of these sex parties. She had different sex parties. And in each room it consists of different lights. So the red light, obviously red light district, that's when you did your rendezvousing. And then you had the green light. Your green light consists of like your gambling light, when she had her gambling light, her gambling room. And then like the blue light is when you consist of like different food, different music, different entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like these parties, I ain't gonna lie, you guys, being a child of cities was lit. I used to be in the gambling room all the time, banking niggas on dominoes. Like I used to come back with cash, like literally as a child. Look, I was only 6 gambling, you guys. Like this is real stuff. This is the things I was around. And yeah, she always been like a hustler or whatever, and she always used her sexuality and her looks and who she is as a woman to get her cash. And I'm not opposed to it, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't opposed to it, and I still didn't understand it at the time as a child what was going on. I just knew my mama was this beautiful, beautiful goddess, and people just love to be around her. You know what I'm saying? Her energy, her spirit. And I'm not gonna lie, she was that deal, you guys. She really was. Like, she was just so beautiful, and everybody looked up to her. And let alone just doing that, like she did so much. She always, gave back to her community. She always, you know what I'm saying, taking care of the elders, you know what I'm saying, people with dementia and stuff like that. People paid her for that. It was just like, she was a beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying, outside of being a mother. And her as a mother aspect, and I'm not bashing my mother, or you know what I'm saying, these are just my experiences I went through as a child. And yeah, so her as a mother, it was different because she was doing her best to be a nurturer, but she really didn't know how, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell that her having children just slowed her down. You know what I'm saying? She like, what the fuck? Like, I know supposed to be a mother. Like, she didn't say it, but she showed it. You know what I'm saying? She did her best. You know what I'm saying? I had the nicest room. You know what I'm saying? She made sure I ate, I was clothed, my hair was did, but she just was never there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to grow up fast, you guys. So at the age of 6, I had to basically raise my own siblings. You know what I'm saying? And because she was never there, we'd be in the house like days by ourselves. But one thing she did, she prepped us. Well, she prepped me. I'm sorry. She prepped me on how to, take care of my brother, how to cook, and all this stuff like that. So I had to grow up real fast, real fast. I had to grow up real fast So I wasn't allowed to be a child. So doing that, it basically like hindered me as an individual, you know what I'm saying? So I really didn't communicate with individuals. Like I was more of a silent voice. And growing up, growing up now, how that affected me now, um, it made me be like real sexual, and I was very aggressive as a female. Like I didn't take no shit from nobody, you know what I'm saying? And I still don't, but I'm more managed. And yes, and I suffer from like a lot of neglect. So I always like yearned for different attention from certain individuals, and I noticed like I wasn't getting what I need for each individual I came across, even though I didn't know how to display it or display not display it. Well, yes, I didn't know how to display it, or also I didn't know how to speak what I need to my partners. You know what I'm saying? So I become very mute or very violent because I didn't know how to let the other person know like what there is I needed. Because once again, I wasn't taught these things. I was just taught how to use, or not even taught anything. I wasn't really taught anything. I was just shown everything. So I was just shown like how to use your sexuality, you know what I'm saying, to get what you want, or how to, you know what I'm saying, always just be the person to just be there for people when they need you, you know, because that's who my mom was. Every time somebody called, she just been there, you know what I'm saying. And for me, that's how I end up like neglecting my children, you know what I'm saying, because I always put somebody else's needs before my child. And that's how my mom was. She always put her needs before us or her children in general. And I'm just gonna always speak for me. That's how she did it for me. She always put her needs before my own. So I had to figure out what was my needs. What did I need? What did I lack? What did I actually want in this life? You know what I'm saying? Because I never understood, like, as an adult growing up, like these things. Like, you know what I'm saying? What did I yearn for? What did my spirit need? You know what I'm saying? What did my mental need? You know what I'm saying? And I suffer from a lot of depression and a lot of anxiety. And it was because I wasn't really taught. Excuse me, my camera falling. I wasn't really taught how to express or use um, expressive words, or you know, to let people know what I need, or even show myself what I need. You know what I'm saying? Because all I knew was I was just beautiful, and that's the only characteristics I have. So growing up, growing up, like I said, it took me a while to realize like I was um more than just my vagina because I was very sexual active. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I was very sexual active and I love sex. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my thing, you guys. Like sex was my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like every aspect of it I adored. And I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat anything because this is my truth. And I'm not gonna sit here and say it was because how I grew up, and maybe because it was, you know what I'm saying, because that's all I was around was sex, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like at one point I just realized, like when I met one of my kindred spirits, you know what I'm saying, after a while, like dang, when I was asked the question, like, you know what I'm saying, how would you feel if you would just do if we would just go no sex. I can't think of a word for it. Celibate. Celibate for like 30 days. How would you feel? At one point of our dating time, right? I was against it. Like, what? Heck, you know, like, what you mean? Like, cause how we get down, we get down. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah. But then later down the relationship or whatever, I was just like, I brung it back up. Like, dang, we should do celibacy, because it's like I started understanding like the control that sex have, you know what I'm saying, sexuality in general, like what that control in a relationship and how sometimes that's the only thing we have in common, you know what I'm saying? And it takes away so much of our characteristics, you know what I'm saying? Of wondering like who we are and who you are, and you know, understanding like what different traumas you deal with, the different stuff I deal with. It's like it takes away of our connection. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a type of connection that you're supposed to have when we have sex, but it don't supposed to be right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? These are things we should withhold, especially as women. You know what I'm saying? So we can get to better understanding ourselves and better understanding our partner, so we can feel like, so we can know like, okay, I do want to give you my gold, you know what I'm saying? Like, you was worth my treasure, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just feeling like just because you look good, or you look nice in these clothes, or you say the right things, you worth my treasure. But no, it's more than that, because we have to really start understanding first ourselves, and also understanding the other individual before we just start spreading our legs wide. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a lot of disconnection among baby moms and baby fathers, because we just out here having sex, and that's the only thing we have in common. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like just learning that celibacy um helped me with literally with overcoming my traumas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, like that's one thing that helped me, was being celibate. And it helped me get more in tune with who I am, as far as like me mentally, me spiritually, and just literally like who I am as a mother, who I am as a woman, how am I perceived, you know what I'm saying, the type of energies I'm pulling in, you know what I'm saying, like different people. And it's just like, oh my goodness, like you really start to see, you know what I'm saying, the true value of who you are. And it's a beautiful journey. Like it literally is a beautiful journey. It become uneasy in the beginning because you're so used to just putting out or just doing sexual things, or just love the fact of being touched or being held, or just intimacy. Like intimacy is like, it's a thing for me. And not even like, you know, being coddled or whatever, but just like being touched and just being caressed. that that is a big thing for me, you know what I'm saying? Like overcoming, like, damn, I can get intimacy by just off having a spiritual conversation, or like having intimacy just by reading a book, or just having intimacy of just going to like different conferences I'd be going to, just learning more about mental health and stuff like that. It's like, damn, like it just moved me like in a whole different type of way, in a different type of light. And it's like, dang, like, you know, intimacy is just not about being between your legs, you know what I'm saying? Intimacy is a whole different wide world of different things, you know. And like learning that, it literally helped me become, like I said before, a better everything, a better woman. So yeah, like I guess this is it. I don't know, because it's like I don't want to make the video too long, but like that was like one of the things that helped me learn about self-awareness, was learning about intimacy, and intimacy the right way, and not just the intimacy between our legs, between my legs anyway. And yes, and just kind of that as a woman, that helped me deal with a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? So with some of my trauma. And yeah, you guys, I hope this video wasn't too long. I hope it helped. I hope I didn't stumble over my words, and if so, you know, I'm not perfect, and I'm not trying to be perfect, and that's gonna be another conversation, because that plays an factor of our traumas also, trying to be perfect. So yes, you guys, this is it from Ron Marie. I don't know if y'all can hear my music in the back. And I just want to say stay tuned. I'm going to do my best to try to continue to upload and just bring you guys different stories and different revenues of the things I went through and how I overcame my traumas and my experiences. So yeah, stay tuned to Ram's World because here it's we create our world here, you guys, and this is nothing but authenticity and just being your true self and stepping into that. So once again, peace on to you, and I hope you all have an amazing today. And thank you for tuning in to Ram's World. And peace, love, and positivity. I'm out.